So over the past few days, I picked up a few different fragrances, one from FragranceNet, FragranceX, and a few different retailers. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing one of those packages for you guys. But before I get into this box, I want to hear from some of you guys some of the fragrances that you want to pick up for fall. One that I've already picked up, and that was my scent of the night tonight, is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. This is just an example of one fragrance that I want to pick up this fall that I finally got my hands on. Now, before we go any further into this box, I do want to say that this shirt right here is brought to you by Into the AM. They are a sponsor on this channel in terms of clothing. This is one of the shirts here, guys, and you can see it's quite soft, but that's for another video. This video, we're going to be unboxing a package from FragranceNet. But on that note, let's get into it. Always cut away from you, not towards you. So here we have a few fragrances that I've been super excited about picking up. If you've watched my channel at least for the past couple weeks, you are well aware of what these might be. Now, the first fragrance that I want to share with you guys that I picked up is going to be 1 Million Prive. This is the second from the 1 Million line that I've owned. The first one I owned was actually the 1 Million Lucky, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It was just a little too sweet for me. So I'm kind of excited to give this one a try. I know this is going to be one of their more, masculine or maybe even mature kind of scents. The reason why I was looking forward to this is due to the tobacco note and the possibility that it's been discontinued. And here we have the little 1 Million Prive bottle. It's a cool little bottle here. Now I don't have any of my test strips with me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the inside of this box here. No, that's good. It's not quite nearly as sweet as the 1 Million Lucky was. I like it. For this being a fall fragrance, this is gonna be a banger, guys. It's like just sweet enough for it to be like a fall kind of fragrance and not something that's gonna be, something that's gonna be like a daily driver. This is gonna be one that's gonna be meant for fall and for the colder weather, for sure. And guys, I did pick up the 50 ml, the 1.7 fluid ounce from FragranceNet, which I should have all these linked down in the description below. If not, I'm just gonna have the FragranceNet link. You go in there, find it on there. I'll also include the discount code, not mine personally, but I'll just use the general discount code down there in the description. And again, y'all, that was 1 Million Prive. Now, next that we have here is gonna be another Prive fragrance. It's one that I had, should have gotten a long time ago, just based off the reviews from other fragrance reviewers, but I delayed it. I don't know why, but I did, and now I got it. I will be well prepared for the fall season here on the tube. The second I got here, guys, is gonna be CH Men Prive. This is a clean box, guys. This thing is, whew, look at that. That shine is something else. Into the fragrance here. There we go. Just got a little guy right here. This little guy right here. This is a 50 ml size here, guys. So it's gonna just pop that guy off like that right there. I love that cap. Spray this one also inside of this here. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Definitely like a date night kind of scent. And this, based off just off the opening, it smells like something that's going to project pretty well. It's not one that I have to really get close to my, close to my skin for me to smell. And I'll listen to this like right here, guys, in case you want a general of how the opening is for this in terms of what notes are there. I don't want to say anything and be incorrect, but it's smooth. And it's not like a super masculine, classy kind of scent. Really, it's just one that is going to be like a smooth, like almost like seductive in a way, but not something that's going to be like super masculine. It's not going to be like a aromatic fusée or anything like that. But it is cool though. And now next what we have here is going to be a Parfum concentration fragrance. Now this is my first Armani Code fragrance. I've owned a few Giorgio Armani fragrances, but this is my first Armani Code. I did get the smaller size here of the Armani Code Profumo, which I've heard similarities between this and Rosia Creation E, just in terms of the opening, in terms of it smelling kind of like root beer or a cola. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Armani Code Profumo here on my right arm. So let's see if there's any similarities between this and the Creation E. That's significantly more like a root beer in the opening than the Creation E. Nah, I don't really, it's not super similar to Creation E, honestly. It's nice, it's very nice, it's a bit sweet. Maybe the opening has similarities to the dry down of Creation E, but still really good. That similarity though shouldn't necessarily be made, in my opinion. And this is gonna be really good for the fall and winter for sure. It has certain sweet notes to it. I can definitely see reaching out and being a compliment getting kind of fragrance. And luckily I didn't have to get the much larger size bottle. I was able to get this little guy. This is a 15 ml size here, which I will also have the price for these linked down in the description. But this is probably the most affordable on this list that I picked up. Lastly, what I have here is one that I have been wanting to get for a long time, just because it's brother or whatever you want to call it. I've had, and top notch, one of the best fall fragrances that I've ever owned. This one kind of goes hand in hand with that fragrance in certain kind of ways. Like if the brother to this fragrance is gonna be basically the tobacco, the designer tobacco fragrance that you want for the cold weather, this is gonna be the designer boozy fragrance that you want for the winter. This pickup is gonna be a Men Pure Malt. These guys you see here, back here in the bottle here, you got the actual picture of it here. This is an EDT concentration, guys, which is kind of surprising. I don't know why I would have thought this would have been EDP, but yeah. Now there is one thing that I do kind of dread about this fragrance is the atomizer. We all know that the atomizers in these things are not the best. By are not the best, I mean they're not great at all. What I'm gonna do here, guys, is actually gonna show you how to fix your problem here. But first, I'm gonna show you guys the atomizer before it's cut. That's absolutely awful. Juice is fantastic. That's really good juice. It smells amazing, but y'all saw that. It's gonna take this right here, and you're gonna wanna cut around this right here. And now I'm halfway done with cutting, but in case you guys have any questions about where you wanna cut, right here along these edges here where I've started to cut. And once you're done cutting, you're gonna have it be kind of like this. Push that right back down, for here, and there you go. Your problem is fixed. It's so good. Opening this in terms of comparing it with Pure Vervain, this opening is just, to me, it's better. The sweetness from the cherry note in the opening of Pure Vervain kind of deters me a little bit. I mean, the dry down is amazing, but the opening can be a bit deterring for me. But this though, this doesn't have that certain thing about the opening that makes me want to wear something else. So ranking these in terms of what I've enjoyed the most to what I guess I've enjoyed the least in the opening so far is kind of tough because I really did enjoy the opening of all these. If I had to rank them, I would say, lastly would go to 1 Million Prive. Then I would have Profumo. Then we have this guy, CH Men Prive. And coming out on top of all these fragrances in terms of my favorite from the first impression is gonna be the Pure Malt. This is a great fragrance here, guys. These four are gonna be ones that I wear pretty heavily in my rotation coming up soon, especially when the temperature kind of drops down some. But you guys should be fully expecting a video in terms of me kind of combining all of my fragrances that I picked up in the past couple weeks and kind of doing a ranking system in terms of my favorite pickups to my least favorite pickups in terms of fall fragrances. Well, you guys, that is that. I hope you have enjoyed this new area where I'm recording. But guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I will see you all next time.